PTI chairman Imran Khan announced that his governments in Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa will dissolve their assemblies on 23rd December to pave the way for fresh elections. Imran made the announcement with Punjab Chief Minister Pervez Ilahi and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Chief Minister Mahmood Khan beside him for his video address.
हमने फैसला ये किया कि हम अगले जुमे को, आज है हफ्ता, अगले जुमे को हम दोनों पख्तूनख्वा की असेंबली डिसॉल्व कर देंगे और पंजाब की असेंबली डिसॉल्व कर देंगे और उसके बाद हम इलेक्शन की तैयारी करेंगे.
Imran thanked the two provincial chiefs for their cooperation with him. He said he had consulted the PTI's lawyers about the move and said the constitution did not allow elections not to be held beyond 90 days of an assembly's dissolution. At the outset of his address, Imran said the country needed fresh and fair elections. Imran started the address by bemoaning the current economic situation of the country and contrasted that with his government's performance. Imran said free and fair elections were the only solution to these problems and said the government was afraid of new elections due to the fear of losing. He also expressed concern that the government might not hold general elections even in October 2023. The Foreign Office rejected the statement issued by the Indian Ministry of External Affairs on Foreign Minister Bilal Bhutto Zardari's remarks about Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, calling it a reflection of India's growing frustration. On Thursday, Foreign Minister Bilawal had described Modi as the butcher of Gujarat while responding to his Indian counterpart Subramaniam Jaishankar at the United Nations after he accused Pakistan of perpetuating terrorism and sheltering Al-Qaeda honcho Osama bin Laden.
That Osama bin Laden is dead, but the butcher of Gujarat lives. And he is the Prime Minister of India. He was banned from entering this country until he became Prime Minister. This is the Prime Minister of the RSS and the Foreign Minister of the RSS. What is the RSS? The RSS draws its inspiration from Hitler's SS.
Subsequently, in a statement issued yesterday, the Indian government heavily criticized Bilawal's remarks, with the Indian Foreign Ministry saying that Pakistan lacked the credentials to cast aspirations at India. Separately, furious BJP workers led a march onto the Pakistani High Commission in New Delhi. Today, BJP workers held anti-Bilawal protests in other parts of India. As PTI geared up to unveil plans for the dissolution of Punjab and KP assemblies, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif called for political stability in the country and slammed his opponents for spreading anarchy. In a statement, PM Shehbaz Sharif said the only political stability and an economic charter could strengthen Pakistan's national solidarity. He lambasted his political opponents for being self-centric and interested in their political interests, and for not being concerned about the plight of the flood victims or the efforts to save them from the harsh winter conditions, hunger and diseases. The Prime Minister vowed that they would rid the public of food inflation and unemployment, similar to how they delivered their promises by removing a liar and corrupt government with the power of the Constitution. The Supreme Court of India dismissed a petition filed by Bilkis Bano seeking to review the May 2022 judgment, which held that Gujarat had an appropriate jurisdiction to decide on the premature release of 11 men convicted of gang raping her and murdering her family members during the 2002 Gujarat riots. The order was passed by a bench of Justices Ajay Rastogi and Vikram Nath. 11 men had gang raped Bano in a village near Ahmedabad on 3rd March 2002, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi was the Chief Minister of Gujarat. She was 19 and pregnant at the time. 14 members of her family were also killed in the violence, including a 3-year-old daughter whose head was smashed on the ground by the perpetrators. The men were freed on 15th August from a Godhra jail after the Gujarat government approved their application under its remission policy. On the same day, the convicts were greeted with sweets by their relatives after the release.